Learn English through stories. Intermediate English. The story of Thomas Edison. He lit up the world. Discover the life of one of history's greatest inventors. Read along and listen to strengthen your vocabulary and confidence. Don't just study English, live it through stories. Curious Young Mind. Thomas Alva Edison was born in Milan, Ohio in 1847. From a very young age, he was an incredibly curious child who was always asking questions and trying to figure out how things worked. His mind was like a whirlwind of ideas, always spinning and looking for the next great puzzle to solve. Mother as teacher. Thomas only attended formal school for a few months. His teacher thought he was too distracted, but his mother, Nancy, knew he was special. A former teacher herself, she decided to homeschool him, encouraging his endless curiosity and his love for conducting scientific experiments right in their basement. It was the perfect school for a future inventor. Hearing Loss Challenge. When he was a boy, Thomas became very sick with scarlet fever. The illness left him with severe hearing loss that would affect him for the rest of his life. However, this challenge didn't stop him. Instead, it helped him to concentrate more deeply on his books and his experiments, shutting out the noisy world to focus on his ideas. First job on railway. At just 12 years old, Thomas got his first job working on the Grand Trunk Railway. He sold newspapers, magazines, and candy to passengers traveling between Port Huron and Detroit. He was a smart businessman and used his money to buy more books and chemicals for the small laboratory he set up in the train's baggage car. Train lab fire. One day, disaster struck on the train. A bottle of phosphorus in Thomas's moving laboratory accidentally started a fire. The conductor was furious and threw Thomas, along with all his equipment, off the train at the next stop. It was a scary moment, but it didn't extinguish his passion for invention. Telegraph operator years. As a teenager, Thomas learned how to use the telegraph, a machine that sent messages in Morse code over long wires. He traveled around the country working as a telegraph operator. He was a fast and skilled operator, but he was always thinking of ways to improve the technology, making it faster and more efficient. First invention, vote recorder. His first official invention was an electric vote recorder for politicians. It worked perfectly, allowing votes to be counted almost instantly. However, the politicians didn't like it because the speed left no time for debates or changing minds. This taught Thomas a valuable lesson. Only invent things that people actually want and need. Moved to New York. In 1869, with very little money in his pocket, Thomas Edison moved to New York City. He was determined to make a name for himself as a full-time inventor. The big city was full of challenges, but it was also full of opportunities for a young man with a brilliant mind and a relentless work ethic. Stock ticker success. His big break came when he fixed and then greatly improved the stock ticker machine for a major Wall Street company. They were so impressed that they paid him $40,000 for the rights to his inventions. It was a fortune at the time, and it gave him the money he needed to build his dreams. Menlo Park Laboratory. In 1876, using the money from his stock ticker invention, Edison built a remarkable new facility in Menlo Park, New Jersey. It wasn't just a workshop. It was the world's first industrial research laboratory. He called it his invention factory, a place designed specifically for the business of creating new technologies. Team of Muckers. At Menlo Park, Edison assembled a team of talented researchers, machinists, and scientists. They were known as the Muckers, and they worked together around the clock, testing thousands of ideas. Edison fostered a spirit of collaboration and tireless experimentation, believing that teamwork was the key to successful invention on a grand scale. Invention of the phonograph. In 1877, Edison and his team created something truly magical. He wrapped a piece of tinfoil around a cylinder, turned a crank, and spoke into a horn. Mary had a little lamb. To everyone's astonishment, the machine played his voice back. He had invented the phonograph, the first device to ever record and reproduce sound. The Wizard of Menlo Park. The invention of the phonograph made Thomas Edison famous all over the world. People couldn't believe that a machine could capture the human voice. Newspapers nicknamed him the Wizard of Menlo Park, and he was celebrated as one of the greatest inventors of all time. His invention factory was proving to be a massive success. Quest for electric light. Next, Edison tackled one of the biggest challenges of his time, creating a safe, long-lasting, and affordable electric light that could replace the dangerous gas lamps used in homes and streets. He knew that if he could succeed, it would change the world forever, bringing light and safety to everyone. Finding the filament. The key to the electric light bulb was finding the right filament, the small part inside that glows. Edison and his team tested over 6,000 different materials, from platinum to plant fibers. After more than a year of relentless work, they finally found the perfect material, a piece of carbonized bamboo thread that could glow for over 1,200 hours. Light bulb demonstration. On New Year's Eve in 1879, Edison gave a spectacular public demonstration of his new invention. Hundreds of his electric light bulbs illuminated his Menlo Park laboratory and the surrounding streets. The crowds were awestruck by the bright, steady light. It was the dawn of a new electrical age, all thanks to Edison's genius. Building the power system. The light bulb was only one piece of the puzzle. To make it useful, Edison also had to invent an entire system to generate and deliver electricity safely to homes. He designed and built power plants, underground electrical wires, switches, fuses, and meters. He didn't just invent a product, he created an entire industry. War of currents. Edison's system used direct current, DC, but he faced competition from Nikola Tesla, who championed alternating current, AC. This led to a fierce public debate known as the War of Currents. While Edison was a brilliant inventor, AC eventually proved more efficient for sending electricity over long distances and became the standard. The kinetoscope. Edison's creativity never stopped. In 1891, he invented the kinetoscope, a device that allowed a single person to watch a short, moving picture through a peephole, This invention was a crucial step in the development of the motion picture camera and the movie industry, bringing stories to life in a whole new way. West Orange Laboratory. After his success at Menlo Park, Edison built a new, much larger research and development laboratory in West Orange, New Jersey. This state-of-the-art facility was 10 times the size of the old one and allowed him to work on dozens of projects at once, cementing his legacy as a titan of industrial innovation. Alkaline storage battery. One of the many important inventions to come out of his West Orange lab was the alkaline storage battery in 1901. It was a powerful, rechargeable, and incredibly durable battery. It was used to power a variety of things, including early electric cars, mining lamps, and railway signals, making many industries safer and more efficient. The Vagabonds. In his later years, Edison formed close friendships with two other giants of American industry: automobile manufacturer Henry Ford and tire producer Harvey Firestone. The three men, who called themselves the Vagabonds, often took camping trips together, exploring the country and sharing ideas about the future of technology and industry. Rubber experiments. During World War I, America's supply of rubber was threatened. Edison, ever the patriot, embarked on his last great project, finding a domestic source of rubber. He and his team tested over 17,000 different plant species, eventually finding a type of goldenrod that could produce a usable form of rubber. Legacy and death. Thomas Edison died on October 18, 1931, at the age of 84. In his lifetime, he was granted 1,093 U.S. patents, more than any other person. His relentless curiosity and dedication to teamwork changed the world forever, bringing us the phonograph, the electric light bulb, and motion pictures, and inspiring generations of inventors to come. What about you? Edison never gave up, even after thousands of failed experiments. What challenge have you faced that required persistence? Share your answer in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more fun English lessons.